Hello and welcome. In this video, we will take a look at the general knowledge from the Sub-Inspector Statistic under the Directorate of Economic and Statistic. 13th question is given from general knowledge. And we will also take a look at the Dairy Officer under the Directorate of Dairy Development. In this case, 40 question is given from general knowledge. But first, we will take a look at the Sub-Inspector Statistic. Question number 1. In airplane, the atmospheric pressure is measured with. It is aneroid barometer. Aircraft use an aneroid barometer because it is compact, accurate, and does not contain liquid, making it suitable for aviation. Barogram is a recorded graph of atmospheric pressure. Barometer is a general instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure. The Seven Sister Fall is also known locally as. It is North Sintiang Falls. The Seven Sister Fall, located near Sora, is locally known as North Sintiang Falls. What does the airbag used for the safety of a car driver contain? It is sodium azide. Sodium azide rapidly decomposes to produce nitrogen gas, which inflates the airbag during a collision. Which of the following is not a part of India's national debt? It is life insurance policy. Life insurance policy are not considered part of Indian national debt, whereas government borrowing such as security and savings certificates are. In the post-independence period, economic reform were first introduced in India under. It is P.V. Narasimha Rao government. The major economic liberalization reforms began in 1991 under Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao and Dr. Manmohan Singh as a finance minister. The Hunter Commission was appointed by the British to probe into the. It is Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. The Hunter Commission was established in 1919 to investigate the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. The first Muslim president of the Indian National Congress was Badruddin Yabji. Badruddin Yabji became the first Muslim president of the Indian National Congress in 1887. Which key combination is used to permanently delete a file without sending it to the recycle bin? It is Shift plus Delete. Or press Shift Delete, permanently remove a file without moving it to the recycle bin. Which one of the following endangered species is found in Kaziranga National Park? It is one-horned rhinoceros. The Kaziranga National Park in Assam is world famous for its population of the endangered one-horned rhinoceros. The book To Live or Not to Live was written by. It is Jagmohan. The book To Live or Not to Live was written by Jagmohan, former governor of Jammu and Kashmir. Which Indian city is known as the Silicon Valley of India? It is Bengaluru. Bengaluru is called the Silicon Valley of India because it hosts numerous IT companies, startup research institutions, and technology parks. Gaganyaan mission is related to. It is Indian Manned Space Mission. Gaganyaan is ISRO human spaceflight program aimed at sending Indian astronaut into low Earth orbit abroad on indigenous developed aircraft. Niti Aayog replaced the Planning Commission. Niti Aayog replaced the Planning Commission on 1st January 2015 to serve as the Government of India premier public policy think tank. Dairy Officer under the Directorate of Dairy Development. What is the capital of Canada? It is Ottawa. Ottawa is the capital of Canada and is located in the province of Ontario. What is the full form of ISRO? It is Indian Space Research Organization. ISRO stands for Indian Space Research Organization, established in 1969. The Nobel Prize is awarded in how many categories? It is 6. The Nobel Prize awarded in physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, peace and economic science. The currency of Japan is. It is yen. The Japanese yen is the official currency of Japan. Which Indian state has the highest literacy rate? It is Kerala. Kerala has consistently recorded the highest literacy rate among Indian states. Who discovered the sea route to India in 1498? It is Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama reached Calicut, that is Kozhikode, in 1498 via the Cape of the Good Hope, which is the smallest continent in the world. It is Australia. Australia is the smallest continent by land area. The headquarters of the United Nations is in New York. The United Nations headquarters is located in New York City, that is USA. The Indian national flag was designed by Pingali Venkaya. Pingali Venkaya designed the Indian national flag, which was later adopted in its present form. Which of the following book was written by Arundhati Roy? It is The God of Small Things. Arundhati Roy won the 1997 Booker Prize for The God of Small Things. Which city is called the Silicon Valley of India? It is Bengaluru. Bengaluru is known as the Silicon Valley of India because it is home to numerous IT companies, startup and technology parked. What is the chemical symbol of gold? It is Au. The chemical symbol Au comes from the Latin word aureum, meaning gold. The first satellite sent into space was? It is Sputnik 1. Sputnik 1 was launched by the Soviet Union on 4th October 1957, becoming the world's first artificial satellite. Which Indian scientist won the Nobel Prize in Physics? It is C.V. Raman. Sir C.V. Raman received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930 for the discovery of the Raman effect. How many players are there in a hockey team on the field? It is 11. Each hockey team has 11 players on the field, including the goalkeeper. What does HTTP stand for? It is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, the foundation of data communication on the web. What is the name of India's first indigenously developed nuclear submarine? It is INS Arihant. INS Arihant is India's first indigenous built nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine. What is the official language of the Indian judiciary? It is English. English is the official language used in the Supreme Court and most High Court in India. Which Indian sports person is known as the Flying Sikh? It is Milkha Singh. Milkha Singh earned the nickname Flying Sikh after his outstanding performance in Pakistan. Who invented the telephone? Alexander Graham Bell. Alexander Graham Bell patented the first practical telephone in 1876. Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the USA? It is France. France presented the Statue of Liberty to the United States in 1886 as a symbol of friendship and freedom. Which Indian state has the longest coastline? It is Gujarat. Gujarat has the longest coastline in India, stretching approximately 1,600 km. Who composed the national song Vande Mataram? Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Bankim Chatterjee wrote Vande Mataram in his novel Anandamath. In which year was the first general election held in independent India? 1951-52. India's first general election was conducted between 1951 and 52. The Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered in Qumran Cave. The Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered in the Qumran Cave beginning in 1947. Who was the first woman ruler of India? It is Razia Sultana. Razia Sultana became the first woman ruler of the Delhi Sultanate in 1236. Who wrote the economic critique, Poverty and Un-British Rule in India? It is Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji wrote Poverty and Un-British Rule in India, explaining the drain theory. Which Mughal emperor assumed the title Zinda Pir? It is Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was known as Zinda Pir, that is living saint, because of his religious devotion. The Tropic of Cancer passes through how many Indian states? 8. The Tropic of Cancer passes through 8 Indian states, that is Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. Mount Kilimanjaro is located in which country? Tanzania. Mount Kilimanjaro is Africa's highest mountain and is located in the northeastern Tanzania. The Great Victoria Desert is located in Australia. The Great Victoria Desert is the largest desert in Australia, covering part of Western Australia and South Australia. Which river is known as the Sorrow of Bihar? Kosi. The Kosi River is called the Sorrow of Bihar because its frequent flood caused widespread damage in the state. Who appointed the Chief Election Commissioner of India? The President. The Chief Election Commissioner is appointed by the President of India under Article 324 of the Constitution. The Director principles of the policy are inspired by the Irish Constitution. The Director principles of the policy in the Indian Constitution were borrowed from the Constitution of Ireland. The term glasnost is associated with it is Soviet Union. Glasnost, meaning openness, was a policy introduced by Mikhail Gorbachev in the Soviet Union during the 1980s. Which organization released the World Economic Outlook report? It is IMF. The International Monetary Fund publishes the World Economic Outlook or WEO report, which provides global economic forecast and analysis. Who discovered the neutron? It is James Chadwick. James Chadwick discovered the neutron in 1932 and was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1935. Kathakali dance belonged to it is Kerala. Kathakali is a classical dance drama that originated in the state of Kerala. Who has the highest number of Grand Slam titles in men's tennis as of 2024? It is Novak Djokovic. As of 2024, Novak Djokovic holds the record for the most men's single Grand Slam title. Olympic Games are held every 4 years. The Summer Olympic Games are held every 4 years, with the Winter Olympic following the same 4-year cycle.